just got here, back with a video. So today we're going to be going over some Fortnite tips, episode 1. This one is about the Fortnite settings that you guys should be using. So we're gonna go look at our settings. I'm gonna reset all my settings just so that I start from a blank slate, just like you guys would if you just downloaded the game for the first time. So first we have a matchmaking region. This is basically like the area that you live in. That's where you get your best ping. So normally just keep it on auto. That's where it automatically goes for you. So next we have controller sensitivity. The X is moving horizontally side to side, and the Y is up and down. So I'm just going to quickly go and do it on the lowest settings. It's moving super slow. I'm on the wrong side. Like, this is as far as it can go. Like, moving it as fast as I can, and I'm spinning this slow. So you're never going to want it this slow. You don't, like, most of the time people take it over 5. So for me, personally, like, so we start, if we go to a 10 or a 1, it's way too fast. Some people can do it if they're like super good builders and stuff, but that's just like super hard. So for me, I keep it at like a high 7 to an 8 on my X, so I can spin around, and then I have a high 6 to a 7 on the Y. You can kind of experiment with this, and this kind of takes a little bit of getting used to on control sensitivity. This stuff takes a little while to get everything situated and everything. So you're going to need to play a couple games to get that all sorted out. So you have your controller aimed on sight sensitivity. This is basically when you're looking down the sight of a weapon. This controller targeting sensitivity, and then you have scope sensitivity. This is if you're looking down the scope of a gun. Like if you have a semi-auto, a bolt action, or a heavy sniper. I believe it's also with the scope AR. So if we go to you're not going to want in review off. That's just bad. You have Xbox Safe Zone, which you want to keep that all the way up. Streamer mode, you can turn that on or off, and then also for the HUD size, you're going to want to keep that all the way up just to make it better. Show spectator count. That's where it'll have like a little eye symbol on the outside of it, or in the corner, bottom left corner of your screen. So a lot of times, like, you can take that off, or you can keep it on. This is what's going to improve your game a ton. So first we have sprint by default. This one, if you're like starting off, like if you're on mobile, this is definitely going to be a yes. This is one that's where you don't walk at all, you're always sprinting. So you never have to press down on the stick, or you never have to hold down shift if you're on PC. You're always sprinting. If not, you walk like this. I feel like leaving it like this is better. You have to learn how to sprint. So now with our next setting, we have sprint cancels reloading. This one, I think you should always just turn it on. It's always good to have on. So basically, if you see here, as you see here, like you stop sprinting when you hit reload, and it forces you to stop sprinting. So if somebody shoots at you and you run, and when you're running, it'll force you to reload. Like see here, I can't sprint at all. But now when I go turn the setting on, if your clip is empty, like you're shooting at somebody, and then your clip is empty, like when you're about to reload and you start running, you can sprint and it cancels the reloading, so that like you can get away from the enemy quicker. So that's always a good thing to have on. Now with the next setting, we have tap to search / interact. On mobile again, you're gonna want this on. But I think even on any, it's good to have on, so you don't have to hold down the button. You can kind of like if you're opening a chest or an airdrop or something, you can just tap the open button, and then you can let it just you can let it open, and it'll actually confuse something for a second, because there's not really much you can do anyway while you're opening a chest, besides just like waiting and watching. So next we have toggle targeting. So this means that you press the aim button once. So like on mobile or on PC it would be right click. On Xbox it's the left trigger. You just press it once, and it will always aim. I don't think this is a good idea, because then you could get stuck aiming, and if you need to run away, you're stuck aimed in, and you can't run. I think, and if you come from playing Call of Duty, This is most people have it like this. So next we have reset building choice. This means that when you're building, and you go and you open up the build menu and you go like move over to a stair and you select the stair or and you build with stairs and then you go back out and later in the game when you're fighting somebody when you open the build menu back up it'll be a wall if you have reset building choice on. If not, it'll go back to the stair. I think you should always have a reset building choice because whenever you pull out building, most of the time it's to defend yourself and you can't really defend yourself with the stairs as much because walls have more health. So the next uh, setting is aim assist. Aim assist, you want it on. It's just there's no questions about it. Aim mode assist. So this one's an interesting one. If you're just starting out, then you're gonna want it on. But if you're like way better, then you're gonna want it off. If you want to get quick at it. But as you see, I'm not moving the view stick. Um, I'm just walking back and forth, and yet it's changing my view for me and aiming towards the boxes to make it easier to edit. Um, like if you're slower. For me personally, I think if you're better and you can build fight and you can speed build, you can quick edit. I think personally, it's just better for you to have it on have it off. But for starters, you're gonna want it on so you can edit quicker and stuff. Or edit easier, not necessarily quicker, but just easier. So something you're basically always gonna want on. So the way turbo building works is that if you have turbo building off, and so you go like if you're on PC, if you go to the building item, you have to click twice, or you have to click every time you want to place the building. Or for console, you have to press the trigger every time you want to place the building. If you have turbo building on, you can just hold down the click, or you can hold down the right click, or you can hold down the trigger, and it just builds. That's how I can build quick one by one and everything. Like you can build way quicker. It does get a little frantic when you do that. It's less precise, but it takes you more. Auto material change. This one's basically where it will go to the next material. So if you're all out of material of one type of material, it'll automatically swap to the next one. This is a thing you're always going to want on for when you're building. So say I only have a little bit of wood and I'm building ramping up, and all of a sudden I'm all out. And if I don't have material change on, it's just not going to place the thing. I have to manually swap the material. So that one's just never a good thing to have on. If you have it on though, and you have it on the wood wall, it'll automatically place a brick wall because it goes from wood to brick to the middle. Now the next material is controller auto run. This one is where you double click the move stick and it will automatically run for you and you can just take your hands off the controller. I do this a lot when I'm playing games and I'm just not I just want to go get a snack or something and I know that there's a clear path and I'm probably not gonna get anybody. So I could just go sit down, go to the bathroom, come back, and I'm still running towards the storm. And you'll see a little movement icon next to the pickaxe. That means that you're running. Like that means that you have auto run. You can also use auto run while you're gliding. So we also allow cross-platform parties. You want this on. It's just always an on thing. It means It means Xbox players can play with mobile, PC, Nintendo Switch players, and PC players can play with PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and mobile players. So we have auto open doors. This one, it's an interesting one. It's like if you don't want to, it's good for mobile. Again, a lot of these are good for mobile. Because you can do less mobile. But see, I'm not tapping X at all to open the door. It opens automatically. But when I turn it off, I just go straight to the door, and I have to tap it to close it. So, but the thing is, if you're just like sitting somewhere in like a little area, and you're having all of a sudden I didn't tap X there at all, it just the door just opens. And if you're trying to hide, you can think it's somebody else trying to do it, or like it will give away your position, and so you don't want to. I don't feel like you should have that on. It's not really ever the best thing to have on. So the next setting we have is auto pick up weapons. This one, I think it's always like, if you're no matter what thing you're on, I feel like this is good. Like this one's a more debatable one. I'm probably one of the only people, like one of the few people that actually takes it. If you're a new player, you're probably gonna want to do it, so you don't have to spam X when trying to pick up weapons. And personally, I think it's good for when, like, if you're getting in those 1v1 situations and, like, if you're in tilted or if it's like there's one gun and two people are going at it, it's so that you don't have to spam X to try to grab it. You can literally just walk over it. And automatically, the game already picks up materials and ammo for you, automatically, but it doesn't pick up weapons. This is where it picks up weapons, and it picks up like meds and stuff. And you see, if I turn it off, I just walk over it and nothing happens. So it can be good for certain mini games if you want to pick up weapons and stuff. So the next one we have is auto sort consumables on the right, and this is a newer setting, and I think it's pretty useful. I had to change my setup a little bit where I put my weapons, but basically, it's where it puts meds and consumables. So like I believe the Rift to go, like all meds, and I think that's basically it. Just anything that takes time to use, they all count, and it'll put it to the far right. As far right as it can go, it'll put the meds. And so if it's like, say you have like something on the right, it'll put it as far right as possible. So next we have the HUD. Well, sorry, we have the vibration. The vibration, you want vibration on, and the record replays, you want them on, you can always click back and see. Vibration kind of helps you with, like, it kind of helps you go with the environment, it helps you get more into the game. So I always like the vibration. So we have the HUD. You want everything on. So it gives you more, I mean, it might, like, default, I believe everything's on, and just, like, it makes it better. If you have certain things off, it gives you a disadvantage because you don't have the certain things that you need. There is some things, I believe, if you want to look at it and look at some things, there's some things you can turn off if you like, you personally feel like you don't need them. So if we have brightness turn it up 100%, all the way up. Like if you're playing in a dark environment, I know it could be kind of weird, but there are some skins like the Black Knight or like the or other like darker skins like that. If they're hiding in a dark place, if your brightness at medium, like at 50% at default, sometimes you can't even see them. So if you turn it all the way up, you can see everybody in the dark. It gives you a slight competitive advantage. If you're playing late at night or early in the morning, you can turn it down. But besides that, I think. So if we're going into volume, you want the sound effects volume and the cinematics volume kind of up, because that's like people's footsteps and everything. And you want you to be able to hear people's footsteps and everything. And then colorblind. If you're colorblind, then yeah, you're going to want to change that to however makes you see better. You want to be able to see as well as you can. Controller settings. This is such a big thing. I'm going to do another video on this. This takes forever to learn. On PC, it's super complicated. Mobile, it's a little bit less complicated, but it's still one of the more complicated ones. But on console, it's pretty simple because there's like the presets. Soon, I believe, there's going to be custom preset setting or controls for console. So then there's a new thing on the account called gifts. Supposedly there's gifting soon. So, and that's basically it. That's all the settings. This is episode 1 of FORTNITE stuff. Just basically tips and tricks for all that. I'm gonna do a setting. I'm gonna do a controls one. So the controls video soon. I have a new video plan. I'm to use the pyramid building piece. I have so many settings to help you guys way better at Fortnite, and it will definitely improve your gameplay. You don't have to be good at this game, as long as you know some certain tips, like with settings, with stuff about the settings. It definitely helps you a lot.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.